Well done to Edo State Governor, Senator Okpebholo, on the effort to restore sanity, peace, and progress to Edo State, especially as it concerns the issues of cultism and kidnapping. I cannot ignore that there's been so much effort done in that regard, and I applaud him and his government for all of the things they are doing to instill sanity in the society. However, I must appeal that while this is being done, two things must be taken into consideration. Take away politics as much as you can and ensure that you do everything you do within the confines of legality or the law. Because if we do, somebody made a joke one time, a comedian made a joke one time and said, and which was very correct, during the time of Lucky Okpebholo, where he started demolition of stores or shades on Ecusa Market precisely, then Ecusa Market is along Way, somewhere around Subomba Junction in Benin City. He said when he got to store one, may not be him literally, but maybe his team got to store one, they were going to demolish. Tony and he called him and said, "That's my store, leave him." He got to store two. Isama, younger brother, sister called, and before you know it, in over 50 stores, only 2 stores were not owned by politicians and political influences. The governor later left the place and said he wasn't going to demolish. That's what politics does. It messes up the whole agenda. So a lot of things are going on, and I want to appeal that you take away politics. There are very many areas we'll consider, but one of the stories that I broke out in social media that I worried about after getting a bit of fact on the matter is the issue of the demolition of a house that was purportedly of a Yahoo Plus guy that bite somebody and took vital organs from the body for ritual. Now, that story went out and it was good. I first looked at it and said, okay, because I've been privy to reading the Edo State Kidnapping Prohibition Amendment Law 2025. That was, of course, an amendment of the principal law of Kidnapping Prohibition Amendment Law 2013. So the new law has now been amended. Some sections of it have been amended, and I saw that there was a particular section, for example, that looked like something that I don't know, I may be wrong, I'm not a lawyer, that somehow looks like maybe the government is contravening. I'll take you through it. I think it's in the amendment of section 4 of the principal law, which is now section 5, and I'll read the subsections. So section 4 of the principal law is hereby amended as follows. 3. Any person who contravenes section 2, subsection 1 and 2 of the law wherein. Now look at a subsection 1. A person is kidnapped, restrained, abducted, or seized shall on conviction be sentenced to death, and his property and asset treated as proceeds from crime, as well as any property used in the perpetration of the act confiscated and demolished by the state government. Quite fantastic, I support. But I'm seeing rave of happenings currently in Edo State or Benin City that seems to ignore that there is conviction upon conviction upon conviction. And this is not me just trying to, like I said, I applaud what the government is doing. But if we do not stay careful with politics and illegality in this process, it will mess your agenda up. It will mess it up. And you cannot take away people that are thinking that you are doing this as vendetta, or you are doing this for political gains. For example, the hotel of the former DG of the Asun Oge campaign is not being said, why are you targeting it? Whereas I think it's clearly stated here that upon conviction. Meanwhile, so I got a story of that particular house that was demolished a couple of days ago, I think on Tuesday, where it was reported that a young man was said to have died and removed vital organ from a lady. Now, upon looking back at that story and with information available to me, the boy has not even arrived at Edo State at the moment. He was arrested, and that video of his that went viral showed that he is still in Lagos. As I talk to you by investigation, the police in Edo is here to receive him. It means therefore that the Edo State Police Command is here to commence full investigation into the matter. There is no court sitting, no court hearing yet, but demolition has been done. And that already tends to look at it from a very, very poor. Again, the governor means well, but the people that are in charge of all of this, the governor must listen to quality advice and counsel. Because then again, if we begin to make very grave mistakes like this, they are not good. I'm aware that the father of a young man, upon seeing blood stains and had certain level of conviction that something may have happened in his compound, went to report to the police himself. And then he was detained because, of course, it's his house. Now, that man is still in police detention. The boy is here to arrive at Edo State for proper investigation to be done. The statement of the young man has not been taken officially apart from social media video, but the governor has led the team to go and demolish that building. It's all shades of wrong. It's all shades of wrong. So, again, we must look back at all of this. And I'm not here to talk about, there have been many demolitions. And then I thought that this was supposed to go through the process of conviction, litigation, to proving that these crimes, as it were done. And don't use Obaseki as a yardstick. Some of us consistently insisted that no matter how Obaseki meant well in the demolition that happened, even Oshomole also demolished, it must be done within the confines of the law. Let's do the right thing. Let's not use politics. So I'm not sure the governor would have used video from social media to condemn this situation, only when the man is still in police detention, the owner of the house. So we must look at this. So there are several things that we need to balance, and I beg the sitting governor. I know this is going to also be taken as one of those issues that will say, "Oh, I'm being political." That is not the intention. The intention again is to ensure that we do the right thing. Politics and illegality are some factors that can destroy quality legacies. Interest like this can be taken into disarray if we don't abide by the rules and play by the game. I don't know. Well, it is what it is. I'll catch you another time. Bye for now.